What up, YouTube universe? This is NYG Jeffy T3285 back with another quick video. Today I'm going to be talking about the New York Mets and my expectations for this team this year. Now, the Mets have gone off to a very good start so far. They started off with a 2-0 record. They're hitting the ball consistently, getting the ball in play, playing solid defense. And while the pitching is still rounding into form a little bit, without the loss of Jacob deGrom, who is out for at least the first month and a half of the season, the hitting is really doing a good job of carrying this team so far at the beginning of the season. Yes, it's only been 2 games, but you're seeing guys like Jeff McNeil, who had a very down 2021 season, off to a very good start. You're seeing Francisco Lindor start to hit the ball. Starling Marte, who at the top of the lineup is going to become a big deal and help out that Mets lineup overall. Brandon Nimmo at the bottom of the lineup, bringing that speed element, so you can go 9-1, Nimmo, and all the way back to the top with Marte. You have Canna bringing some power to the middle of that lineup. Francisco Lindor looking for a big bounce back season. And also some other guys like Robinson Cano. Everybody forgets about how good a decent player Robinson Cano was. He had a down couple of years. He was busted for steroids a couple of years last year. Missed pretty much the entire season. But this team, behind the leadership of Buck Showalter, who Buck Showalter is the exact type of manager that this New York Mets franchise needs. A hard-nosed, old-school guy that is not afraid to go out there and start up fireworks to defend the back of his team. And he has a proven track record of helping out young teams or teams that are just about to get over the precipice of becoming a very good major league team in this league, in the baseball. Get to that next level. And he showed it the past couple of nights, especially last night, where Francisco Lindor got hit in the face by a Washington Nationals pitcher, and Buck Showalter went out there and started to defend his team immediately, and the New York Mets followed suit. And almost which could have been a brawl that was going on, but it's nice to see a guy that is fired up and is willing to stand behind his team and help back them up. And I'm very impressed right now with how the Mets have started off to a very hot start. Now, this has happened many times in the past before where the Mets have gotten off to pretty good starts and then they end up fading by the end of the second month of the season. And it's around that June-July time where the Mets just start falling out of the race. But this is a much different team, much different owner they have right now who's willing to open up the pocketbook and spend whenever it needs to be to help improve this team. When you eventually get Jacob deGrom back and a Taijuan Walker is going to be okay, you have yourself a very solid starting staff with Scherzer and deGrom at the top of the starting staff. And also with Carrasco, you got Taijuan Walker. You also got Chris Bassett. Very good 3 through 5 right there. And the lineup's starting to hit. This lineup can consistently not strike out a whole bunch, hitting the double plays. It could just put the ball in play consistently, which they have a bunch of guys that can be singles, doubles, triples hitters with a couple of home run guys. This team is going to win. There is no reason to think that this New York Mets team, with the staff they put together and also an improved bullpen with Lugo and May and especially Diaz in the back, who's looking to become the closer that he was a few years ago when he was with the Seattle Mariners. There's no reason why this team can't go out and win about 85 to 90, possibly 95 games this season as long as they stay healthy and stay consistent. Mets have a lot of expectations now with one of the richest owners not only in sports but the richest owner in baseball. And this team is supposed to go out there and perform like a large market team. And they're supposed to go out there and win. It's time for the New York Mets to come out there and start becoming a winning team. And they're off to a good hot 2-0 start right now against the Washington Nationals, looking for a big third win today with Chris Bassett on the mound. So I just want to give a quick little update on the New York Mets and how I feel about them going into the season. They're off to a very good start. Just a question of can they keep it up? Can they consistently be able to hit better? Can they stay healthy? And also, will this New York Mets team be able to stay in the playoff race going into the summer months and not like where they have in past seasons? They fade out during the middle of that summer and then they start falling behind against teams like the Braves, the Phillies, the Nationals, and some of these other teams in the National League. Because while the National League East does have some really good teams in that division, the Phillies did a good job upgrading their roster in terms of their starting lineup. The Braves are still the Braves. They're the World Series champs right now. The Nationals, they still have some imposing players in their lineup. And the National League as a whole, it's got the Padres, it's got the Dodgers, It's got the Giants. The Cardinals are still a pretty good team. The Brewers have some good hitting on that team. The Reds, even though they took a few steps back trading away some of their guys, they still got some players on that team. So the Mets have themselves a little bit of a road to climb up. At the same time, this team is expected to be a playoff team and even go further than that, if as long as they can stay healthy. So that's just my quick report on the New York Mets. If you like what you see in this video, please hit the like button on the bottom. Subscribe to NYG Jeffy T 3285 if you haven't already for some good New York Giants, New York Mets, Brooklyn Nets, and WWE wrestling content. And leave a comment below on what you feel and your expectations for the New York Mets going into the 2022 season. If you're happy so far with what you see in the first couple of games, and what you're expecting to see for this entire season. If you think this team could potentially be not only a playoff team, but a team that can go far in the playoffs and maybe even have a shot at the World Series, which there are some betting odds that this Mets team could be a World Series contender. So let me know what you think. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and take it easy. Peace.